What's good, everybody? I'm rhickey28. Welcome to the YouTube channel. It's Sunday, so we're talking roster updates. As always, there's gonna be a brand new update on Friday, so it's time to make those stubs to set yourself up for the rest of the game. If you like this sort of content, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, it helps out a lot. And let's jump right into it. The first guy we're talking about is a guy we've talked about a lot. It's Spencer Strider. 6.75 hits per nine, 12.0 Ks per nine, and 2.25 walks per nine since the last roster update. Spencer Strider should be in a really good position to get his walks per nine upgraded. The only issue is that SDS hasn't been really upgrading walks per nine too much. At least on the last update, it didn't seem like it. So though he has really great walks per nine, we need to see some sort of increase. And he also has the really high Ks per nine backing that up. So Spencer Strider is kind of hitting this at all three angles of the stats that he could get upgraded for the actual roster update on Friday. And I think he's got a very good shot of going diamond finally. The next possible diamond is JT Realmuto. He's got the defense really holding that card up steady, keeping him at an 83. Well, we need those hitting stats to increase, and JT Realmuto, since the last update, 391 average versus right-handed pitching with a home run and 3 doubles, a 333 average versus lefties with a triple and a double. Maybe the power numbers are not quite there. It's possible he does get a little bit of a bump to that power versus right, but what we're really looking at are those contact numbers, because 63 contact right and 61 contact left are not good enough for this card right now. He should get a bump in both contact right and contact left, so JT Realmuto should get the +2 bump to get himself to diamond. He's been absolutely on fire for 2 months. He definitely deserves it. Our third diamond candidate is a guy we haven't spoken about too much. It's Christian Walker. He only needs a +1 boost to get himself up to diamond, and as you can see, his contact versus right is at a measly 35. It's really not indicative of what Walker has been doing all season, and since the last update, he's batting 333 versus right-handed pitching, and he's got himself a home run and a double. Obviously, his power numbers aren't moving too much, but that 333 average should get Christian Walker a bump in the contact versus right. He's been way better this year versus righties. We need to see Christian Walker get to diamond. And our last diamond candidate is Francisco Lindor. Lindor has been batting 303 versus right-handed pitching. He's got himself a home run and a triple since the last roster update, so we should see a bump to his contact versus right. The only issue with Francisco Lindor is that he's been batting 111 versus lefties. He should get a bigger increase to his contact versus right than the decrease in his contact versus left. I really see Lindor still overcoming the slight decrease to his contact versus left to get over the hump to finally get to diamond. The first mid to high gold candidate that we're talking about is Tristan McKenzie. We liked him on the last roster update, and he went from an 80 to an 81. Well, we still really like him for this roster update. 6.23 hits per nine, 12.46 Ks per nine, 1.38 walks per nine. Tristan McKenzie's hits per nine probably not going to move anywhere. It's already at a 91, but 59 Ks per nine deserves a big old upgrade. He's at over 12 Ks per nine since the last update. He had the same number for the last update. So Tristan McKenzie is in line for a very healthy boost to his Ks per 9. With his walks per 9, I do think he deserves a bump up from 71. We got to see how they handle walks per 9 on this update. Either way, the Ks per 9 should get Tristan McKenzie a +1, a +2, maybe even a +3 boost. He's been really good this year. Kyle Wright is our next mid-gold candidate. 5.54 hits per 9, 10.38 Ks per 9, and 1.38 walks per 9. As you can see, all of those stats could really use a little bit of an increase, and with those numbers, Kyle Wright is in line to maybe get a bump up in all 3 of the main pitching stats. Kyle Wright definitely deserves some sort of increase at minimum to his Ks per 9, and honestly his walks per 9. Let's get Kyle Wright a +1, +2 boost. Corey Seager's a guy I told you to keep an eye on from the last roster update video. Well, since the previous update, 304 average versus right-handed pitching and a 333 average versus left-handed pitching. As you can see, the place that Corey Seager needs the most growth is in his contact right and his contact left. If he gets a solid boost to both of those, which he deserves, then we should see Corey Seager get on the verge of going diamond. He won't quite get there, but he may be an 83, 84 on the next update. George Springer is one of the hottest hitters in the past 2 weeks. He's got a 563 average versus righties and a 625 average versus lefties. He's similar to Corey Seager. The place where he could use the most growth is in his contact versus left and his contact versus right. With those 2 averages, he should really get a healthy bump up. George Springer should be a high gold on this next roster update. And Jordan Montgomery, since being traded to the Cardinals, has been a hot pitcher. He's been doing great since the last roster update. 4.3 hits per 9, 9.2 Ks per 9, and he's given up no walks. So his walks per 9 is already at 83. So we need to see some sort of increase to his Ks per 9. Well, 9.2 is a much better rate than that 51 attribute in the game. And 4.3 hits per 9 is a hell of a lot better than the 75 hits per 9. So Jordan Montgomery is in line for a nice solid boost. I'm thinking maybe a +1, +2. And Julio Urias is our last kind of high gold candidate. And honestly, he's already at an 83. He's already at that high gold level. The reason I put him at the end of the mid golds is because he comes with a little bit of a caveat. He might go diamond, but it kind of just depends on how his start goes today. He's only had 1 start since the last roster update, but it was a really good one. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 walk, and he struck out 7 in those 6 innings. Julio Urias is in line for a very solid upgrade to his Ks per 9 stat. He also should be in line for an increase to his hits per 9 and maybe a little bit of an increase to his walks per 9. But again, it all depends on his start today. It seems like the last several roster update videos that we made, I talked about a pitcher that was gonna start on the same day and he blew up and had a disastrous start. My advice is to keep an eye on Urias's start today and check if he had a really good outing, then by all means he may very well go diamond. If he had an average outing, then he should get the bump up to 84. If he has a terrible outing, leave him alone. And we're only talking about 2 silver to gold candidates. I know not a lot of people care about silver to gold at this point. A lot of people already have a ton of stubs and they're just looking to hit it big, but we got to talk about Salvador Perez. He's got a 346 average versus right-handed pitching since the last update. As you can see, a 48 contact right attribute is really bad as compared to that 346 average. Salvador Perez should get a nice little increase to that, and he should get the bump up to gold. And the last gold candidate that we're talking about is Drew Rasmussen. 6.55 hits per 9, 13.91 Ks per 9, and 1.64 walks per 9 since the last roster update. He's really been on fire the past couple weeks. He's got a 55 Ks per 9, and 13.91 should get a solid increase to that. And the 1.64 walks per 9, if they decide to increase walks per 9, then 69 should get a bump up as well. And Drew Rasmussen should get the +2 bump, and he should be a new gold. So those are our candidates for the roster update, the guys that are in line for an upgrade. It's coming on Friday, so don't forget to invest in those guys that you can afford. Let me know in the comment section below if there's somebody that I forgot that is probably in line for an upgrade, or you could stop by the Twitch. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday every week at 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'll leave the link down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you.